Okay, team. So let us coming to here, string operations. These are all very, very small concept, and sometimes you may had a chance to work with these areas, or sometimes you may not. Okay, depends upon the your test case flows and automations. Hmm. But Tricentis Tosca is also providing some of the string operations to perform string validations on the particular areas. Let me show you the first one. Number of occurrences. Number of occurrences is one of the string and it counts all the occurrences of the particular input. Okay. If you mention any pattern team based on one pattern, so it will directly give how many occurrences are there within the string level. Let me show you. I'm just opening the Tosca command. Please wait. So total number of string operations, I'll make a note meanwhile. One is number of occurrences. Another one is string length, to get the length of the string. Then string replace, this is the replacing of the string. And string search, the search functionality. So the final one is string to lower. In case if you want to convert your string to lowercase, you can convert it to lower, string to upper. And then trim function we already discussed, right? That's it. I think one more thing is there, that is a base, I think, base 64. These all are the string inbuilt functions team. It is available in Tosca latest versions and 15 and below versions. Not sure. I think those are not available. Why it is taking this much of time? Let me wait for one more minute. Let me create a new folder here. I'm just creating a new window, this only folder. Then we can focus directly on this particular folder. Okay. Now create one particular test case. Right click on here, create one test case, name it as a string operations. So see here, Tim, to explain the string operations, I'm just taking one of the standard module Tbox set buffer. This is the set buffer thing. And here, just mention the string operations. So the first one is here number of occurrences. Okay. The syntax of this number of occurrences is equal to open curly braces. Almost all syntaxes are in this manner only. Number of occurrences. Number of occurrences and give you a requirement and then give you a search criteria. I'm just taking number of occurrences, open bracket, close, and this one. Here, first square bracket, give the input. Okay, this is a syntax. Give the input. In this input, Tosca automation I'm giving here. Okay. In this Tosca automation, I just want to find the number of years occurrences. So the second square bracket level, just mention the years. A means the particular value. Okay. Let me show you here. Only the string number of occurrences, the syntax might be too lengthy. Let me take copy and I'll update here. Number of occurrences, this is your input data and this is your search criteria. I just want to verify totally how many years are occurred. Now, if you do a translation of this value, you can see now, are you guys able to see totally how many years are there within the string level? 2. Let me use ignore the case sensitivity. To ignore the case sensitivity, you can directly use here ignore case. Okay. Ignore case. If we mention ignore case, let me close the square bracket. Right click and translate this value. Here you can see number of characters is 3. So see here, team, if you see this, observe this particular input data. If you observe here, input is Tosca automation. This Tosca automation, totally how many years are there? I mentioned here as a lowercase. Lowercase means in totally it is returning the value is equal to here. But I don't want to ignore the case sensitivity. So even the letter is in uppercase, must it has to get that into the count. That time we can use here ignore case sensitivity. Then that time Tosca is able to ignore the case sensitivity and it give the outcome as a 3. Getting?
Yes.
So this is nothing but getting a number of occurrences of the particular character. So it's not only one character. If you want to give more than one and specific word also, for example, copy, paste here. So in the search criteria, instead of A, I'm just using Tosca. We use Tosca. So how many times it is occurred within the string level, it will give you. Not only characters, you can use the word also as a search criteria. Getting the next one. So next one is the string length. It get the length of the particular input data. If you give the length of the string, it directly give the length of the string. So to do that, you can directly use the string length function. Open curly braces, string length. Here provide the input data. For example, I'm just giving you Tosca automation. Something numbers is also I'm just passing. The values you are passing, it is always treat this entire thing as a string. Okay. In this string level, we are just asking Tosca to the length of the particular value. If you do right click and translate this value to here, you can see the length of the characters are 21. So it is not focus about the type of the input data. Even if you pass the numbers, characters, and string values, it always returns the value as the length of the character. It's a numeric value only. Is a numeric value only. Even the special characters also. For example, if I mention some special characters also, so the data type is string only. Obviously, treat data. This is acting as a string value. Then it captures it as a 32. You can see 32. This is the string length function. Okay. Now, string replace. If you come across here, just use here string replace. String replace level team. Let me give the input data input to and new value optional values. Here you can close this one. This is the syntax. The string replace level. This is the syntax. The first one is the input data, input text, and the second one is the uh, pattern. So which pattern you want to modify or this one, and third one is new value. So which value you want to update here, just mention the new value, and last one is the optional parameters. So the string replace team, we can use string with the regular expressions combination as well. But I'll tell you that some of the examples here today. So based on that, you can able to find it. Okay, let me show you here. This is your string replace syntax, and in this syntax, my first input is here. Automation. Okay, and here my second pattern is here. I just want to replace this entire value with the character A. This is the A value. And which new value you want to enter? I just want to enter here dollar symbol. This is my replaced value. To ignore the case sensitivity, as I mentioned earlier, just use here ignore. Ignore case. If you mention ignore case, it ignore the case sensitivity. So it find the value which is having even the value is in upper and lower case, it obviously do the activity. First one, second one, third one, and then fourth one. Something is missing here. Wait. String replace. This replace level. The first one is Tosca. Next one, which value I want to update. The A is my character. And here I'm just updating A character with uppercase. So here, fine. Okay. So now here, team, let me use one more 2x's. Okay. If we use this one within the Tosca level, it update the value at A level as a triple X. Now, only Tosca I mentioned now. I'll just rename this one. Tosca automation. If we do translate this value in Tosca automation, you can see where A is there in that A location. These all X's are replaced. And but capital A is because it is a case sensitive. To ignore the case sensitivity, you have to use ignore case in the last. Just add one more square bracket, that is optional parameter. Ignore case. So do right click and translate this value to it will ignore the case sensitivity and it replace that value with the XXX. Okay. Now we just understand how to replace the value. So we use this value team to extract the lower cases, upper cases, and only the special characters. This is one of the most frequently asked interview question. Okay. Within the string, how to extract the special characters, only special characters, and only lower characters, only upper characters, how to retrieve from the string. That time also we go with the this particular string with the regular expression combination tip. Let me show you that. I'm just passing some kind of special characters here. This is our string. These all are my special characters. So in the pattern level, I mentioned only character team. Here you have to use the regular expression. If you use regular expression, just use here capital A to Z, 0 to 9, and small a to Z. Another square bracket is not required. I think one square bracket is required. So here, this is the one of the regular expression pattern. The string must it has A to Z, 0 to 9, and small it, upper cases, lower cases, and the embossed. It is taking the entire string value. Let me add here one cap symbol. We have one small syntax in the regular expression. When we pass here, it ignores this particular case sensitivity. Mhm. 1 minute. I'm just checking the code. Mhm. So if you mention dollar, it exclude the lower cases and it exclude the upper cases. It include the low embossing. Something the pattern is mismatching here. Give me 1 minute.
Vishwa, cap is starting off inverted commas and dollar is ending off, I think.
Yeah, this is the pattern we already mentioned within the square brackets only. It is missing because if you use only the numbers, it has to return only the number or only a special characters. But it is taking the entire string. Mhm. Give me 1 minute, Deep. I'm just checking. Let me open official doc. Okay. I just want to go to a regular expression. Mhm. So these all are the patterns, guys. So within the square bracket, we are just passing the, okay, let me add this cap symbol outside of the string, but not out of the box. Mm, escape them. Let me use special characters to escape. These all are these things, and this is the stuff. So, one more minute. 1 again, it is coming back to. So basically, within this square bracket, we used to pass some kind of pattern. Okay. In the regular expression patterns, we always define like here you can see this is a replace one we are discussing. In this E level, if you see the syntax here, you can give the pattern. Pattern means a regular expression pattern, like capital A to Z, small a to Z, and 0 to 9, only the lowercase, low uppercase. We used to define like that. Let me bring only the uppercase here. Okay, let me remove this X value. Okay, I'm not passing anything. So earlier, maybe X value is there. That is the reason it is stringing. No, it's taking entire thing. 1 minute. This is our input, capital letters. And here I'm not passing anything. So passing a new value is not a mandatory thing, but we use replace function to retrieve the values. That is possible. Why it is not taking the new value and replacement first value? I think what pattern I just passed, that is perfectly fine. So why it is getting. Let me use here caps. Okay. Here, small a to z, capital A to Z, and 0 to 9. If you want to ignore the spaces, you can ignore the spaces also. But there is no spaces in our targeted string. Okay. The replace value I already mentioned here. Let me remove this ignore case sensitivity. Ignore this step. It's taking the same value. One more minute. Same regular expression pattern only team. Something it's missing. If you revoke this one, cap symbol is having some kind of special ability. If you add caps, then it extract the value. If not added, it extract only the special characters. Let me check this one, okay? I'll get back to you tomorrow. So as I mentioned earlier, we cannot work these things regularly. Very rare times we used to go with this. And here, so why it is not taking? But obviously it has to take this regular expression patterns as well. Okay. So let us coming to the string replace team. This question, please make a note. I'll just discuss with you end of the session. Okay. So the next one is here team string the search. Use here string the search option to search the particular character input data. Here also we used to provide some kind of pattern here. If you find the particular value, it returns the characters. Okay, it not return a number of digits like numeric digits. So use here string search input base value. So here you have to use the input value. And this is your search character, which character you want to search. In case if you want to mention any kind of optional parameter, then go with optional parameter. Parameter 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now to do that, just simply go to your Tosca commander. Tosca automation team. And here you can see just ignoring the case sensitivity. Now the space is not comes to the point of the function name itself, it is wrong. String search. So if we do translate this value, it will translate the characters totally, how many A's are there within the string level. So it always separated with the semicolon tip. It returns the number of values which is there in the string search level. Okay, we are just searching the string. How many are there? That's it. And string to lower is nothing but just simply use here string to lower and just mention. If you mention any values in a uppercase level, string automation, it convert this entire string value into a lowercase. Right click and translate this value. It convert that entire string into lowercase like Tosca automation. String upper is nothing but just mention up lower cases here. string to upper, Tosca automation, and select this one, right click and translate this value. Here I can see the entire value is converted into string to upper. And here, one more thing is your last one is base 64. This base 64 used to generate the pattern encode data. If you want to, for example, I just want to decode and encoding the data to automation. What are the strings you guys are entered? If you want to encode this one, then use your encode command. Both and then close it. We do translate this value, this entire Tosca automation, it encodes the value. You are not able to see any Tosca automation. This means the entire string value is encoded perfectly here. If you want to decode this particular one, then use your decode option. So team, at the time of decoding team, you have to pass the value. For example, I'm just passing this value, translate this value. This is the encoded value. Just pass your encoded value here in the pattern input pattern and then decode that particular value. So just use here, paste here, then decode this value. So what encoded information, if you want to decode that back, then use here, pass that encoded value here and then decode that. That is also possible here. Clear team, all these string operations. Let me check this replace value to extract the lower cases to extract the I'll just spend some time here. Wait a minute. So this is our entire string value team. Let me try with the double quotes. Even if I mention it in a double quotes or single quote, it has to return the values. You remove this one. Still it is written in the same way. Let me give one more pattern. Still, basically, in the regular expressions, మనం ఏదైనా ఒక values ని if you want to extract any values, still always use patterns. Okay, like capital A to Z. If you want only upper cases, then use capital A to Z, and lower cases only capital lower cases. Maybe we let me add within the another double quotes. Maybe I missed that. Pass these values into another syntaxes level, it is giving another. Mhm. I got it. Let me double click this one. Yes. Yeah, the syntax is shooting. So are you guys able to see it is extracted only a special characters here? Everyone? So within the string level, only special characters are extracted. Even if you not mentioned any double quotes also here, that is going to work. The issue is here within the square bracket. Directly, I just pass the expression. Tosca is not recognized that. So within a double quotes, you have to give the pattern. So which pattern you want to extract. So if you observe these things, Tim, let me show you here. To extract the special characters, so here you can see only the special characters are extracted. Why only special characters are extracted here? Because of this is what my string combination. Copy this one. So if you provide this particular ABC, so must you have to pass within a double quote and inside the double quote, just give the pattern like A to Z or 0 to 7 or only upper cases or only lower cases, what exactly it is. So what happens here, it exclude the characters. What are the pattern you mentioned within the string level? If the pattern is there, directly it exclude and it return the values only the special characters. It returns the values only the special characters. If you want to include these pattern, if you want to include this particular pattern, that time use here cap symbol. So directly use here cap symbol, not here. Just come here, cap symbol, and then here. So once you use the cap symbol, it excludes the special characters and it returns based on this pattern only. Within this pattern, upper cases, lower cases, numbers are there. It returns only this particular pattern related stuff. If you come here again, just paste here, translate this value. You can see. Are you guys able to see? Let me add a dollar also here. It is not ends with the zero. Numbers, it is not ends with a number. Let me add skew now. This is the exact pattern. So very, very small regular expression syntaxes issues still, but it is giving the accurate info only. The thing is here, this is the string replace function. In this function, if we use the cap symbol, it ignores the, if you're not using caps, it ignores this pattern related values within the string level. It returns only the special characters. If you use directly A to Z, this pattern. But here you just mentioned the cap symbol. So what cap symbol I do, it makes sure the string must have this particular pattern only. The string must have this particular pattern only. So what are the pattern here is there? Only the pattern related. If that is matched, directly it return the values that particular matched. So if you want to return only the upper cases, if you want only the upper cases, then just take this pattern. So in this level team, just remove the small a to z and 0 to 9. Directly use here only capital A to Z. Then it makes sure the target return string must be, it has only the upper cases. I click here, translate this value. You can see. So entire the string, only one uppercase is there. That is the reason only one uppercase is returned here. If you want only the lower cases, no? So separately you can extract only the lower cases. You can only extract the numbers. That is also possible. Or you can go with the combinations also. I'm just taking here. So if you are using caps team, that means it includes the value. If you're not using caps, then it excludes that particular pattern from the targeted string. Clear, guys? The string operations. Team, all of you.
Yes, solution.
Okay. So these all are the sum of the string operations team, and whenever you had a chance to work with these kind of string operations, you can work in real time. Just use the direct functions. You no need to work around. Directly we have some functions. Utilize those functions for the testing purpose. Okay. Any other questions, team? So far? I'm just adding all the syntaxes into the Word document. String to upper and encode and decode the values. That's it. Okay, these all are the encode and decode the values too. So in this, these all are the string related operations. So if you had any chance to look into this, you can look into this. And if required, I'll attach the sufficient doc URL also. Just take this one as a reference. Hmm? So let us coming to the next concept team. Here, regular expressions I'll tell you. And ARA feature, this is very small concept. ARA is nothing but automation recording assistance. So the purpose of ARA, whenever you are doing some interaction with applications, make sure to capture those all interactions in the backend. It convert those all interactions into automated script. Convert all the interactions into automated script. So ARA is a feature which is provided by the Tosca. Using this ARA, we can create different kind of test. One is manual testing. So you can perform manual test steps and screenshots on all using ARA feature. Another one is exploratory testing. exploratory testing, and third one is automated testing. So most of the time we used to go with automation testing only. If you want to see this ARA feature, it is a standalone application team. Enable to see this ARA as a standalone. It is available in a official document to do a download and installation. If you search in your ARA, it show you automation recording assistance. This is your ARA recording assistance. Okay. This is a standalone. That means you have to install separately to get this standalone. But by default, it is there in our Tosca command. If you go to the home tab in the right side top, are you guys able to see record automated test case option? Let me
Yes.
highlight this one. Here you can see automated test case option. So using this record section, we can do manual test case creation, exploratory and automated test case also. What exactly this automated test case does, let me show you here. If you enable this automation record assistance team, I'm not creating any modules here. Initially, you have to check out at your project level to perform automated testing recording and then create automated test case. So once you click on that, it start the recording. So the loading, the assistance is loading here. Application is not responding. Resume. Start recording. Why it is not taking? Maybe the application window which we already opened now, based on that it is showing. Let me do one thing. I'll just open here Amazon. So once I open the Amazon, let me make it as a start loading. So it is loading the web and then it is starting the recording feature. See here, the recording is started. Okay. Once the recording is started, you can see, click on this one. Once you click here, you can see some kind of progress bar is added. Are you guys able to see the open website? Then click on this down arrow. And here I just want one second. I'll make it as a separate window. The number of windows it's already open. Cancel. Continue the recording. Here, click on this one thing. Let me stop this one. So most of the cases in real time, what happens, this assistance recording, it always disabled for some of the projects. As an administrator, they used to disable this one. Why? Because it creates the number of component folders in the backend. To avoid that number of component folders, they will avoid this assistance recording. The first one is click on this one. This is not working fully. So see here in the right side, click of percentile method is taking. So based on our activities, what actions you are performing, based on that, your click range, it automatically pick this particular one thing. So it is not responding properly. Okay, probably I'll show you tomorrow. Okay. So this recording feature is not every time recommended. Somewhat it's recommended, somewhat not. So probably I'll discuss with you this recording assistance feature tomorrow, and make sure everyone please come up with your SAP installation by Monday. Okay. Any questions, Steve? So Rama, I'll connect with you after some time.
You are telling me, Nisha? It's Rani.
Sorry, Rani. I missed. I'm so sorry. So I'll connect with you later, okay?
Okay, Nisha.
Hmm.
So, Anusha, what about login credentials for SAP?
I'll
Is
provide that, okay?
okay, fine.
I'll give you the login credentials.
Okay.
I sent screenshot, Anisha, in WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I'll just look into that. I'll connect with you after some time.
Okay, Anisha. Thank you. Bye.
Hi Anusha, this is Srikanth here.
Yes, Srikanth.
Anusha, can I connect with you personally? I have some concerns.
Sure, definitely. Okay. I have a
So,
session after some time. Can you please give me call at 10 o'clock?
so I don't have your mobile number, Anusha.
I think I'm in part of WhatsApp group, right? Just give me WhatsApp call, okay?
Thank you.
Anusha, tomorrow doubts class or general class, Anusha?
If there is no doubts, I'll take the regular session too. Okay?
Okay, Anusha.